Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like the man staring back isn't really you? Not because of age, not because of a few grey hairs, but because something deeper, something vital feels missing. Your energy is gone. Your drive is weak. You find yourself struggling to keep up, not just physically, but emotionally. You used to wake up ready to go, ready to conquer the day, to lead, to love, to live. Now you wake up tired, you go to bed more tired, and somewhere in the middle, you're just getting through. If you're a man over 60 and you've noticed changes in your body, less strength, less désir, more weight around the belly, and moments of shame or silence in the bedroom, this message is for you, because what you're experiencing may not be aging, it may be something else, something you're eating, something you think is harmless, maybe even healthy. Today, I'll reveal the 3 foods that are quietly, silently, slowly killing your testosterone. These aren't obscure chemicals or fast food indulgences. These are items found in most kitchens, foods men over 60 often eat every day, without question. But they come at a cost. Testosterone is more than a hormone. It's your strength, your vitality, your manhood. When it drops, everything changes: your energy, your confidence, your relationship. But when it rises again, something remarkable happens. This video isn't about pills or patches. It's about truth, about reclaiming your health, your masculinity, and your power naturally with knowledge and simple, science-backed changes. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know what to stop eating, what to start doing, and how to feel like a man again. Let's begin. Let me tell you who I am and why this matters so deeply to me. My name is Dr. Martin Hale. I'm 59 years old. I've spent over 3 decades as a physician, specializing in internal medicine and men's hormonal health. I've worked with CEOs, retired military grandfathers, and blue-collar workers alike. But more than that, I've been one of you, because not long ago, I found myself in the same place you're in right now. At 54, I started noticing subtle shifts. I couldn't focus as well at work. My workouts felt sluggish. My motivation tanked. My relationship with my wife, once warm and full of passion, became routine, distant. Even, I told myself I was just tired, overworked, pushing too hard. But when I tested my hormones, I was shocked. My testosterone was the lowest it had ever been, and yet I wasn't sick. I ate healthy, I exercised, I wasn't overweight. So what was going on? The deeper I looked, the more I found a pattern, not just in myself, but in the hundreds of aging men I was treating. We were all doing the same thing, eating what we thought was healthy, following conventional wisdom, but slowly draining our most vital resource. I started tracking everything, every meal, every supplement, every morning routine. I ordered blood panels monthly. I devoured medical journals. I ran personal experiments on myself with food, fasting, and micronutrients, and gradually I rebuilt. Within 90 days, my testosterone was back to where it was in my late 32nd. My energy returned, my sleep improved, and my relationship with my wife rekindled, not just physically, but emotionally. That experience changed how I practice medicine. Now, I help men restore their hormones naturally without synthetic drugs, without gimmicks, without shame, and it all starts by identifying the hidden enemies, the common habits and foods that quietly erode your masculinity. And that brings us to today. Let me walk you through the biggest myth that's damaging older men. More than most realize, the truth will surprise you, but it will also empower you. Let's talk about one of the most damaging lies ever sold to men over 60. The idea that low fat means healthy. For decades, we were told to cut back on fat, especially saturated fat. Doctors, nutritionists, food companies, everyone pushed the same message. Eat low-fat yogurt, drink skim milk, swap red meat for soy, choose margarine over butter. You followed the rules. You played it safe. And what happened? Testosterone crashed. You see, testosterone is made from cholesterol. That's right. Your body uses healthy dietary fat to manufacture the very hormone that keeps you strong, focused, and sexually capable. When you remove fat from your diet, especially the good kinds, you remove the raw material your body needs to produce testosterone, and it doesn't stop there. Low-fat dairy often contains added sugars, which spike insulin and further reduce testosterone. Processed soy products, like soy milk or soy protein, are rich in phytoestrogens, compounds that mimic estrogen in the body and throw your hormones out of balance. Then there are seed oils, canola, soybean, corn oil. These are everywhere in packaged healthy foods, and they're loaded with inflammatory omega-6 fats that damage your cells and your testosterone production pathways in trying to be healthy. Men over 60 are unknowingly starving their hormones. I've seen patients switch from low-fat diets to healthy fats and whole foods, and within weeks, their energy returns, their blood work improves, they stand taller, they speak with more certainty, even their eyes look clearer. Here's the truth. Your body needs fat to be a man, and the war on fat has been a war on masculinity. But now that you know the lie, let me show you what happens when a man starts fueling his body the right way. In the next part, I'll share a case study, one man's story of decline and powerful recovery. His journey mirrors what so many of you are going through right now. Meet Frank. He was 64 when he first walked into my office. He was a tall man, broad shoulders, the kind of guy who once commanded attention, but that day he looked smaller. One down, his handshake was weak, his voice was quiet. He said, "Doc, I'm not the man I used to be." Frank had been a construction supervisor for 40 years. He used to lead teams, carry equipment, and put in 10-hour days without blinking. But over the last 2 years, things changed. He couldn't make it past noon without a nap. His muscles were disappearing. He felt cold all the time. And the bedroom, he avoided it completely. He told me, "My wife doesn't say anything, but I can feel the distance. I hate it." He brought in his food journal. He thought he was doing everything right. Breakfast was oatmeal with skim milk. Lunch was a turkey sandwich on whole wheat with low-fat mayo. Dinner was chicken breast with steamed vegetables, no butter, no red meat, and everything cooked in vegetable oil. He was proud of his discipline, but his testosterone was below 250. His vitamin D was deficient. His estrogen was high. and his body fat percentage had crept up despite his clean diet. So we made changes. We cut the processed grains, swapped seed oils for olive oil and grass-fed butter, replaced skim milk with whole milk kefir, brought in pasture-raised eggs, salmon, and even lean red meat twice a week. Within 6 weeks, Frank came back with a smile I hadn't seen before. I feel solid again. He said, I woke up before my alarm. I haven't done that in years. By 12 weeks, his wife came to an appointment and hugged me. I have my husband back. She whispered, Frank's testosterone climbed to 470. His belly fat dropped. His energy returned. But more than that, his confidence was restored. He walked straighter, spoke louder. He took initiative again at work, at home, in the bedroom. All it took was removing the foods that had been quietly killing his hormones and giving his body what it needed to rebuild. His story is powerful, but it's not unique. In the next part, I'll show you another man, different background, different symptoms, but the same awakening. Now, let me tell you about Javier, a retired teacher, soft-spoken, 66 years old, a man who always put others first, his students, his family, his community. But now he sat across from me with his shoulders slumped, eyes tired, and voice shaking. I just don't feel like myself anymore. He said his story wasn't about energy or strength, it was about disconnection. He said he hadn't felt desire in over a year, not just in the bedroom. He had lost his hunger for life. He stopped gardening, stopped calling old friends. Even meals had become dull. He just didn't care anymore. Javier had prostate issues, waking up 3 or 4 times each night to urinate. His sleep was terrible. His mood was low. His blood pressure was rising. His testosterone was barely above 200. His doctor had offered medication for the prostate, antidepressants for his mood, and sleeping pills to help him rest. But Javier didn't want more pills. He wanted his life back. We started with the basics. I had him eliminate soy from his diet, no more soy milk, no more tofu-based snacks. I replaced them with natural hormone supporters like pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, and a daily serving of fermented foods like kimchi or kefir to help his gut health. Next, we addressed light. Javier had spent most mornings in dim lighting with the blinds shut, so I had him walk outside for 10 minutes every morning, rain or shine, to let natural sunlight hit his eyes and skin. This alone began to restore his circadian rhythm and testosterone levels. Lastly, we addressed intimacy, not with his body, but with his mind. I asked him to reconnect with his sense of purpose, to journal, to call a friend, to remember who he was before the fatigue took over. By week 4, Javier said something that stopped me cold. I caught myself singing while washing the dishes. I haven't done that in years. By week 8, his sleep had improved. His prostate symptoms were half as bad, and one day he simply said, I feel interested in things again. That's what happens when testosterone rises, not just energy or strength, but the spark returns. The next part is where we bring it all together. The 3 foods you must remove because they're the hidden saboteurs and what to replace them with. Let's get clear about the 3 foods that are quietly killing testosterone in men over 60 and what to use instead. Food number 1, soy-based products. This includes soy milk, soy protein, tofu, soy flour, and many processed snacks Soy contains phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. For younger men, the body can tolerate small amounts, but for men over 60, whose hormone balance is already fragile, regular soy intake can tip the scales in the wrong direction. High soy consumption has been linked to decreased testosterone, increased estrogen activity, and even prostate issues. Replace it with pasture-raised eggs, pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, and wild-caught salmon. These are rich in zinc, selenium, and omega-3 second, all of which support healthy testosterone production. Food number 2, processed seed oils. These include canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and safflower oil. They're cheap, easy to cook with, and found in almost every restaurant meal and packaged food, but these oils are high in omega-6 fats, which fuel chronic inflammation and damage the Leydig cells in your testes, the very cells that produce testosterone. They also impair endothelial function, hurting blood flow. Replace it with extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and grass-fed butter. These healthy fats nourish your cells, reduce inflammation, and provide the raw material your body needs to make hormones. Food number 3, refined grains and sugary carbs, white bread, breakfast cereals, crackers, muffins, granola bars, even whole wheat versions of these. These foods spike insulin, increase belly fat, and lower testosterone. They also feed estrogen-producing fat cells and disrupt gut health, which is crucial for hormone balance. Replace it with sweet potatoes, quinoa, steel-cut oats in moderation, and fresh fruits like berries. These provide slow-burning carbohydrates, fiber, and antioxidants without destroying your hormones. The key isn't just what you remove, it's what you add back in. Here's a winning combination to restore your testosterone naturally. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil each morning, a serving of mixed seeds, pumpkin, chia, and flax, 2 pasture-raised eggs cooked in butter or olive oil, a daily shot or smoothie with beetroot and pomegranate, 10 minutes of morning sunlight exposure, and 7-8 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep. These changes are not extreme, they're primal, and they work. Next, I'll give you a simple, step-by-step action plan to implement this starting tomorrow. And one bonus tip that most men never hear, but should. Here's how you bring all of this together into one simple, powerful morning habit that fits into your real life. Step 1, morning light and motion. Right after waking up, go outside. Just 10 minutes of early sunlight on your skin and eyes. Walk if you can. This resets your internal clock, boosts testosterone, and improves sleep. No sunglasses, no phone, just natural light and movement. Step 2, fuel with hormone-supporting nutrition. Eat a breakfast that feeds your hormones, not your cravings. Here's a simple example. 2 pasture-raised eggs, half an avocado, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a small bowl of steel-cut oats topped with chia seeds and blueberries. This breakfast gives you healthy fats, minerals, antioxidants, and steady energy. Step 3, eliminate the hormone killers. Cut these out of your morning completely. No soy milk, tofu, or processed protein bars. No cereals. toast of pastries, no vegetable oils like canola or corn, no sugary juices or low-fat yogurts. Instead, hydrate with lemon water or green tea if you prefer. Delay coffee until after breakfast to reduce cortisol spikes. Step 4. Build momentum with movement. Do 5 minutes of light stretching or bodyweight movement, squats, wall push-ups, breathing deeply through the nose. This activates blood flow, improves oxygenation, and tells your body it's time to perform. Step 5. Bonus secret tip, cold finish. At the end of your morning shower, turn the water cold for 30 seconds. Breathe slowly. This stimulates norepinephrine and increases testosterone sensitivity. It builds resilience, and it wakes up your nervous system like nothing else. This entire routine can be done in 30 to 40 minutes. No gym, no pills, no complicated programs. But the results life-changing. Men who follow this routine consistently report better energy throughout the day, more focus and clarity, improved performance and intimacy, more restful sleep, and a renewed sense of purpose and strength. This is about more than testosterone. It's about returning to the man you were always meant to be. Now let me leave you with one final message, something I wish every man over 60 could hear. You may be over 60. You may be tired. You may be frustrated, but you are not finished. There is a part of you that remembers what it feels like to be fully alive, to feel strong, to feel wanted, to feel like a man. That part of you is not gone. It is waiting for action. I've spent my life treating men who were told their best years were behind them. Men who were told to slow down, to accept decline, to stay quiet about what they'd lost. But here's the truth. Aging is not the end. It's the proving ground. This is when you rise not just for yourself, but for your partner, your children, your legacy. And it starts with simple decisions made daily, with intention. Remove the foods that are stealing your strength. Add back what your biology truly needs. Rebuild with purpose. I've seen it happen again and again. Men waking up from the fog, reclaiming their health, reigniting their desire, and walking taller in every area of life. Now it's your turn. If this video spoke to you, if something inside you is ready to make a change, don't wait. Start tomorrow. Start today. Subscribe to this channel if you want more honest, science-backed guidance made for men like you. Leave a comment and tell me what resonated most. I read every message, and share this video with another man who needs to hear the truth. You're not alone. You're not broken. You're not done. Let's rise together.